Hi. Today we're going to solve an equation and try and find out what x equals. And it's quite complicated, but we can do this. So we've been practicing all the steps here in little pieces for how to do this, and now we're going to put everything together. Okay. And we could draw this with tiles, but we don't have to. We're going to try and work on it without the tiles. So I'm going to get a nice hot pink pen here. And so we have two groups of 4 x tiles and 3 negative tiles. Okay. So if I were to, I could make those tiles, or I can do the algebra and show the distributive property. So I'm going to distribute the 2. 2 times 4x. Remember, that's two groups of 4 x tiles. That's going to give us 8x. Okay, 2 times 4 is 8, times x is 8x. Then we have minus, okay, and we have 2 times 3. Two groups of 3 would be 6. Okay. Then everything else here we're just going to bring down with us. So what we did in our first step was basically get rid of the parentheses. We use the distributive property to distribute the 2. When we're thinking tiles, we're thinking 2 groups. Each group has 4 x tiles and 3 negatives. Okay. So I'm going to write down here my justification. I use the distributive property. So soon we're going to abbreviate that and just write D for distributive property. Okay, then I'm going to survey my scene here. So we're thinking tiles, even though we don't have the tiles out. And so we could take some matching x's. Oops. Let me fix that, sorry. So we're going to take some matching x's. So there's 2 x's here, so I can remove those 2 x's, which means I can remove 2 x's over here. So we're moving matching tiles. And here, 8x minus 2x would be 6x. And then I'm bringing the rest of the problem with me carefully, keeping all the signs. And over here, 2x minus 2x equals 0. So I can take that away. Okay. So I'm going to write down and justify what I did here. I removed, or I could say subtracted, 2x from both sides. Okay. All right, so now there's just a 4 left over here, right? I took away the 0, there's just a 4. So now we're going to look things over, and we're looking better. We've got x all here. All the x's are collected over here, and somehow I need to get these numbers over onto the other side so I can get an x equals something. So what I'm going to do here, since we have some positive and negative numbers and subtract, is just to remind you that we have the strategy of add the opposite. Okay, so copy the first number, subtract as an add. I'm going to write the opposite of the second number. That's how we turn subtraction into addition. Okay, minus 8 equals 4. And our text language abbreviation there is add the opposite. Add the opposite. Okay, and then I'm going to do that once more because I still have a minus 8 here. So 6x plus negative 6 plus negative 8. Okay, copy the first number, subtract as an add, the opposite of 8 is negative 8, equals 4. So we have ATO again, add the opposite. Now we can combine like terms, because we have like terms here, the constant, just the plain old number. We have negative 6 plus negative 8, so we have 6x plus negative 14 equals 4. Okay. And our justification, we combined like terms. Remember, terms are between addition or subtraction signs, and these are alike because they're both numbers, they don't have variables. Okay, we're getting closer. Now, somehow we need to get this, turn this negative 14 into a 0, so it'll go away. So if I was with tiles, I would be adding 14 positive tiles here, which means I have to add 14 positive. I have to add matching tiles on both mats. Okay, so add 14 to both sides. Okay, and this is going to make a 0, which is what we wanted. We wanted to have just the x's over here. And over here we have 18. So I have 6x equals 18. So a lot of you can just look at that and go, oh, 6 times 3 is going to be 18, right? 6 times 3, so x must be 3. To show our work, what the justification is, I'm thinking, well, we're multiplying x by 6, so I can make a giant 1. Okay, if I divide by 6, 6 divided by 6 is 1. So I have 1x, which, because we're kind of lazy and we don't always write the 1, that's the same thing as just an x. Okay, so my giant 1 is right here. That equals 1. Okay, and then let's get back to that hot pink here. If I divided by 6 over here, I have to divide by 6 over here. So we could just write it. We divided both sides by 6. And we showed the division. You remember the fraction bar is a division sign. So it's cleaner, I think, than using the actual divide symbol. All right, so over here, remember we have 1x now because we got the giant 1. And over here, 18 divided by 6 is 3. Now, we're pretty sure the solution is x equals 3. And now we're going to prove it on the next video. We'll prove that it works. So to prove the solution, we would take the 3 and substitute it back in for the x everywhere we are in the original where we started, and see if both sides come out equal. If they do, yes, we got a solution. If they don't, then we might have made a mistake in here somewhere. Okay, thank you.